Hi. How is everyone tonight? Welcome. Yes, I'm running, let's see, 26 minutes late, but I made it. And I'm just going to let everyone know that I'm on right now because I was traveling. I was in Manhattan. And here I am now. Let me just make sure. Oh, that's good that I'm now. Um, let's see. Put it in there. So, but I didn't want to wait any longer so that somebody would know. Okay, so here we are, and it is Thursday, February 23rd in the Matrix Work Week, and this is Living in the Light, and I'm Mary Amy, and I'm all about shifting away darkness, guiding you to your true potential, and cracking open that beautiful glowing light in your heart. And here I am. Hello, Alexandra Morel, coming from New York. Welcome. And is Craig here yet? Not yet. Craig's left a message. He's receiving a video. Well, here I am. And you know what? You can always watch it on the replay. I don't have my trusty companion, little baby Elsa, tonight. She is not here with us. And I call her baby Elsa, and she's literally 9 years old. But she's like, I think this is the very first time that she's not here with me tonight. No co-host. So tonight we're covering topics like the portal 222, which was yesterday, but here we are where this portal is open for us, and the solar flash phase. That's what we're going through. Let's understand exactly what that means. We're going to detox from the matrix and Operation New Earth. But before we get into that, I want to just check and find out, how's everyone doing? There is a lot of energies coming onto the earth. Are you feeling like a little wonky yesterday and today? I know I've been super busy. However, I don't really think that's what it is. I feel like part of me, I'm here, but I'm not here. It's like I'm watching myself. Some of the time the day is going along and it's traveling super slowly, like slow motion. And then all of a sudden it's speeding up. And I think from what I understand, we are partly in the fifth dimension. We have some timeline shifts going on right now. And if you are someone that has been spending more time in love, and you've been awakened like I have, and you're ascending to the fifth dimension, you might be experiencing this more and more. Now, let's just remind ourselves what's been going on in the last few weeks. Well, was it last week? And within the 10 days, how about that? We'll say within 10 days. Let's see. We had that very strange cloud over Turkey. It was this orangish red cloud, and it had this look like a swirl in the middle. And then there was this enormous earthquake, a 7.8 magnitude. We had the weather balloon traveling from China, and then we let it come all the way into the US, and then we shot it down. That seems a little strange to me. What's going on there? Then we had the UFOs. There was 3 of them. And then we shot those down. What's really going on? Now, that plus, I'm going to mention tonight, the Schulman resonance, which is a machine that's it's monitoring Earth, the electromagnetic radiation on the Earth, what's coming from the sun. And we're going to get into the solar flash, and I'm going to explain exactly what's going on. So there is some kind of very strong solar flares coming from the sun. In the last 24 hours, there's been X-class flares coming from the sun. So are we about to have the grand solar flash, the great solar flash, the solar flash? Are we about to have that? And are we prepared? Because have we been detoxing from the matrix? Have you been leaving all of the old systems behind? Like I said, if you had all this sack of attachments, what am I talking about exactly? I'm talking about the belief systems that we were raised with, that we're supposed to go to school, elementary school, middle school, high school. Then we're supposed to spend all our money on going to college. And then we have all this debt. Oh, and then we're supposed to get a 9-to-5 job. Oh, and then we're not allowed to really have any fun, are we? That's not the world we're going to. So we're detoxing from that old silly matrix, and we are going to the new earth. Now, I don't remember my dreams for the last 3 days because I've been running around doing so much that I'm tired. I'm going to share with you over the weekend. I have 2 interviews coming up, and I'm super excited about it. I have Shayna Blackmar, and she is a sound healer, and I'm going to have that premiering on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I don't know if you know anyone named Laura Faye, and she's a very well-known. She is a twin flame expert. She is a star seed, a Palladian, and I'm going to be having a premiere with her on Sunday. So I hope you join us. And usually it's going to be in the afternoon. So consider it's going to be, both of those premieres are going to be between 1 and 4:30 over the weekend. So I'm super excited about that. Hey, Destine Reed. Hi there. Are you new? I don't remember ever hearing about you. Share with us where you're coming from. I'm in New York. Alexandra Morel's in New York. Where are you coming from? And so I always mention, there's 3 things that I mention at the top of the hour. I always say, remind yourself to write down your dreams. Maybe get a little composition book. Why am I telling you to write down your dreams? Why is that important? Because your dreams are actually going to guide you. They're going to tell you a direction you should go in. They're going to put emphasis and give you data and information about something in your waking life that you should pay attention to. Maybe they're going to give you a solution to a problem you're having or a fear. It might come through in your dreams. Now, if you're someone who says, well, I have these recurring dreams in my dreams, and I'm either, I'm scared of this, or I'm running from that, or I'm dying, or I'm walking around with no clothes on, and you say it's recurring, which means you think it's the same dream over and over. It's not. What it is it's like an episodic film or a movie. There's a sequel to a movie. Well, or a television show that's episodic. So every single week you go to watch it. It's a continuation. That's what your dreams are, because it's not going to be the same dream. You don't operate that way. You're highly advanced. You are highly advanced being of light, and your unconscious, your subconscious is sharing information like, here you go on a platter. Here's the dream. Pay attention to it. Now, maybe you're going to have a spirit come through, someone who's passed away, and there's not a goodbye, a proper goodbye, or you are in your waking life struggling. You're struggling because this person passed. And I can tell you a personal experience. Oh, you're coming from Michigan. Thanks for sharing that. Personal experience, my father, I was very close to, between my mother and my father, I was very close to my father. We had a very tight relationship. He was a tough man, though. He was very tough. He was an Irish guy, Swiss, Irish, Belgian. He's very not a man of few words, pretty tough. However, he was always on my side. He was always pitching me into basically, Mary, why don't you do this? Mary, why don't you do that? And he was giving me support. When my father passed away 18 years ago, he was supposed to be visiting me a week later, so I didn't have a full goodbye. And then he was cremated, and I never saw him, and I never said goodbye. So I had this moment that lasted for 4 months where I felt like I was in a hole, a black hole. I don't know if you've ever felt that way, because you're struggling and you can't deal. Something in your system shuts down, and my system shut down. And what happened after those 4 months is my father came and visited me during my sleep when I was dreaming, and we would have these adventures. And it was so interesting because I remember having these dreams where my father would say, come on, let's go skiing. Now, I never knew my father to ski, and I asked my mom, I said, did Dad ski? And she said, oh my gosh, Mary, he used to go on all these skiing trips. Yes. And now I never knew that, but it came through in my dreams, this information. So I'm sharing with you that we should pay attention to our dreams. Now, the Native Americans really were very focused on their dream state, and they do dream work. And during their sleep, they would discover which way to travel, where to go to for food and safety. And they would ask themselves before they went to sleep, and they'd have meetings about it. Dream work. What should we be finding out in our dreams? Because they knew it was another world, another dimension, another reality. So pay attention to your dreams. And then I always remind you before we get on to the first topic, Portal 222, which was yesterday, and I wasn't here. So here I am, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit because it's important. Our portal, our doorway, and it's an angel number, 222. I'm reminding you, your intention, have a good intention. I'm making a suggestion to have a good intention. You can change outcomes. You can transition and shift an outcome through your thoughts, words, and actions. Because our thoughts are very powerful. They carry a charged impulse. There are emotions and feelings attached. That's how we can send telepathic messages to each other. That's how we can hear from someone, oh, I should call that person because they were thinking of you. So our thoughts are very powerful. We can create a reality, a physical reality through our thoughts. We can shift other people's ideas through our thoughts. That's how powerful. Now, the more clear we are, which means that we've kind of delved into and we've realized everything within ourselves. And we've said, you know what? I'm going to put my big girl pants on. I'm going to put my big boy pants on. And no matter how much I'm going to struggle and how tough it is, I'm going to pull myself up from my root chakra. I'm going to pull up all my personal power and energy, and I'm going to get through whatever is bothering me. Because we all have trauma. We all have triggers and issues that we've encountered through this really tough world in the matrix. Because this matrix has been really a poop show. It really has. Because we've been conditioned to live in a world with competitiveness, capitalism, consumerism, and everything's all about what do you look like? What do you have? What's your job? Where do you live? It's not really important. So to get back to intention, our intentions are very vital for us to have like a good opportunity come our way, success, abundance, serenity, prosperity. So our intention should be when we wake up in the morning, what should we be thinking of? A good intention, a commitment to do our best, and our thoughts. Now, if our thoughts were written down and they were coming out of our minds from the moment we woke up, what are they? Are they a poo-poo about your day? Are they excitement? How are you feeling? Because it matters. We can control our thoughts. So let's get on to our first topic. You get what I'm saying. Those 3 items I always bring up at the beginning of the hour. So our portal 222, woohoo, here we are. Now we're in the portal. Wow, what's going to happen now? I think a lot of things are about to happen. Solar flash is going to happen. There's more negative energy leaving the earth every single day, and we're becoming awakened. We're coming out of our coma. We've been sleeping, and all of this stuff has been going on right under our eyes. We haven't even seen it. Why? Because we are trying to just pay our bills and survive in this world. That world's done. We're going to peace on earth. I'm so excited. Join me in the light. So portal 222. Well, it is a portal. A portal is a doorway. It's an opportunity, right? It's a doorway. So we're traveling through portal 222. Now, it's an angel number 222, isn't it? Where's my little angel chart? Here it is. Now, based on our angel chart, it says 222. Stop worrying. Everything is working out just as it should. Trust that you are on the right path. So angel numbers are guidance through numbers, repeated number sequences you continually see. Maybe you see them on the back of a car on the license plate, a certain number over and over. It might be giving you validation. So this portal yesterday, an energy portal, it's massive possibilities, and it is related to twin flames, balance during this portal, twin flame balance, divine masculine and divine feminine, which is what we have within us. We all have both. We have characteristics of both. Let me remind you, if you're joining us, I hope you like the video and subscribe to the channel. 666, you're asking about that music? You know, these numbers, they've been a lot of inversion because, 13, they always said was a really unlucky number, but it's actually, we should have had 13 months of the year. So 666, your thoughts need some refocusing. This is a reminder that you are a spiritual being, having a human experience. Reconnect with your spirituality. So there you go. 666 is actually a spiritual number. Interesting. Go figure. That's not what we were shared with. That's not what we were taught. Well, we weren't really taught the right things. They made up all that history. Thanks for joining us, music. I know there's no such thing as an evil number. No, I think that's a old wives' tale. That's a myth. That's not, there's no such thing as hocus pocus. Well, there is some people doing some black magic out there. We want to turn away from anything dark. If we have any problem with that, remind yourself of some positive words. Say some positive words. They made it dark to hide it from light. Yes. So not necessarily reference to gender, masculine, divine feminine. We all carry both divine masculine, divine feminine within us. So divine feminine are characteristics like receptive, intuitive, directing everything inward. Now, divine masculine is projective, expressive, and directing energy outward. So that's good to know, isn't it? So let's create harmony within ourselves. Are you stuck? Are you stuck right now? Are you holding yourself back? Have you prevented yourself from achieving your entire capacity? Now, are you moving with your energy and the energy of the universe? Are you blocking yourself? So in other words, do you have ideas and you're saying, oh, I don't think so, I can do that, blah, I can't do it. The last few days I've met a few. I've been doing some work with some individuals in the matrix, some healing work, some client work. And I've discovered from the 2 people that I've worked with just in the last few days that there's a lot of this, let me hold back. I don't know if I can do that. They're preventing their success. Are you preventing your success? Well, this portal 222 is about opening yourself up and allowing everything that's there for you to accept it, embrace it. So 222 is working behind the scenes for you, bringing together the twin flames. It's the law of attraction. Have you sought out your twin flame? Have you already met your twin flame? So your twin flame is this concept that there was this hole and it broke in two and you left each other. And then as you go to the light and as you ascend to this higher consciousness, this new awareness, where you're like, hey, I don't know if I think that's true. I think I'm going to travel down the rabbit hole. I'm going to be a truth seeker, like living in the light. I'm going to be a rebel. And you discover like, maybe I'm not with the right person. Maybe my twin flame is still out there and I can find my personal happiness. So your twin flame is someone who's going to challenge you. They're going to be someone who's going to not kind of let you slack it off. They're going to say, hey, you can do better than that. Hey, let's bring up the real part of you. They're not going to be someone that's going to be passive aggressive or injure you. They're just going to be someone that's going to stand there, support you, and say, hey, you can do it. Climb as high as you can. It's within you. And that's who your twin flame is. And you're going to do it for them as well. It's going to be a work in progress, and you're going to figure things out together. So you're manifesting all your desires right now. Positive energy. You're going to find balance and harmony in your relationships and creating the ultimate reality for yourself. And that's where we are headed in this portal 222. Now, I know the energy seems a little wonky. Like I said, are you experiencing that? I have been. Some glitches. It just feels like I'm going all the time. And it's funny. I'm like, I'm not drinking anything. I didn't smoke anything, but somehow everything feels like all of a sudden it's going close and I'm coming back and I'm going close. I don't know how you're feeling. Now, I know it's not just exhaustion. I know it's some frequencies and energies that are coming on the earth, and it's happening like this. So you will see more and more out there of a lot of change, a lot of kind of the evil are going to be just stopped. They're going to be stopped in their tracks because we are having the awakening phase right now. This process is an ongoing thing. So, hey, Craig, changing moods and lots of ear ringing. Yes, exactly. The ear ringing. And I kind of feel as though it's weird because I feel as though, do I have a head cold? But I don't. I don't know what's going on. I know I'm going to come out through the other side of it. And to me, what's happening right now is in the matrix, my job is now turning into this other very enlightening experience. I'm going to be heading a meditation group twice a week. Some clients are coming through to me and it's shifting into more of what I want to do. So I can't tell if the chicken or the egg came first. Did I manifest this or was it the law of attraction for me? And I'm sharing this with you because I know whatever's going on with me is kind of going to go on with everyone else. Like the earth is molding, it's changing, it's morphing. So let's get on to the solar flash. The solar flash is happening. So I'm going to share with you, let's show the sun, the sunshine. Now this is a sunrise, isn't it? Thank you, music. Thank you. I'm going to share with you though. I don't think that the matrix is going to stay as is. So I don't know how long this job is going to be around because as we embark on the solar flash and this new civilization, I don't know if we're all going to operate in the same way or business is going to be as usual. The monetary system seems to be shifting. Anyone who's joining us, I hope you like the video because if you like the video, others can find us and subscribe to the channel. So this solar flash phase, what exactly is that? Well, I want to say that in the last 2 days, there's been these enormous, massive solar flares coming onto the earth. And they said they're an X-class solar flare. And it's going to bring physical and emotional and mental changes, which means that we are not going to feel like ourselves. And I don't know if we would ever feel like ourselves again. We're morphing. We are evolving into the best version of ourselves. So it's very, very exciting. And the solar flash phase, I'm calling it that because it seems as though it's not just one event where this white light comes onto the earth and covers the globe. I'm hearing ringing. And and those who aren't awakened awaken. It seems as though it's going to be like a phasing into it. And this is an ongoing stage of shifting, the synchronization of a divine event, which includes our solar system, the Milky Way, galaxies beyond ours. So all the star systems, everything is doing a shift. And we're going to notice that. Here we are, we're speaking about UFOs, extraterrestrials. We're speaking about the solar flash. We're talking about the awakening, the ascension. All of this is kind of all forming into basically light for all of us. Light for me, light for you, light across the globe, the earth. So the earth is changing. The sun, the moon, the stars, and the planet Earth together are all shifting. Glitches. Yeah, are you feeling glitching music? Are you feeling that? Is everyone else? Destine, Reed, Craig, are you guys feeling any glitches going on? So the great solar flash, a powerful event, burst of cosmic light in which we are reborn. We are all of a sudden like, whoa, what's been going on? And like this, we're just going to be thinking a different way. We are going to be handling our world a different way. It's going to be a whole new belief system, new ideas, new energies, another frequency. We are going to be manifesting like lightning. Whatever you want is just going to, it's going to be like a little bit mystical, I guess. We're going to be all experiencing and encountering a bit of mystical experiences, more light. And you know what's been going on with me? I'm just going to share with you quick before I keep going through the grand solar flash. I've been doing these interviews with these channelers. And I told you, and I've shared with you that I've had some of these extraterrestrials, an Arcturian reach out to me telepathically in a lucid dream. Within the last year, the third time was 2 weeks ago, I guess, or 10 days ago. And I couldn't understand anything this extraterrestrial was saying, this Arcturian. And then after I've been exposed to some of these channelers, I'm going to read that 1 second, Craig. All of the sudden, it's so bizarro. It's bizarro. I don't know what happened. Was it because they were exposed? I was exposed to this kind of channeling. If you watch some of my interviews, one with Jilly Clark, watch Jilly Clark. She is doing light language. Maybe it will activate this within you. Then I had one a few weeks ago with Athena in Truth. You can watch her video that I had. Watch all of her videos. She's a channeler and she's channeling this consciousness. And then I had Psychic Evelyn. I don't know what happened because all of a sudden I'm sensing this consciousness and I'm literally tuning into another consciousness, another level. It's like a place that you go to, you travel, like you can in your mind, or somehow you're traveling to this space. It's a spiritual location. And you can speak to other humans, spirits, I guess consciousness, or their spirit guide, something like that. It's really love Athena in Truth. Yes, isn't she awesome? And so my point is that it's happening without me even trying. And all of a sudden someone will be sitting next to me and I'll channel into their spirit guides. And then I'll hear something and I'll say, oh, I shouldn't be talking to them. That's such an invasion of privacy. I don't know what to do. But I'm explaining this because when you're exposed to something, like I'm sharing it with you, maybe you're not ready to hear it right now, but maybe down the road, something will happen. You'll say, oh, that's what Mary was referring to. And I don't know if you're necessarily going to have the same experience because this is personal, but you might have it in a different way. And if we can be open and have self-confidence, the more we're open to possibilities, then the more will come to us. So this great solar flash, a powerful event of cosmic light in which we are reborn, we are being reborn. Every cell is going to be charged with new energy. So as this event illuminates the sky, all negative energies will be cleansed within our bodies. And we will no longer be carrying away some of the shame and fear and darkness and pain and anger. And we will be eliminating most of our diseases and illnesses, which is kind of exciting. Oh, Craig, potential synthetic humans, e.g. Biden, Soros, Eminem, Kate, just glitching like words. Well, you know what? Are those the Katy Perry? Well, the Biden, he fell down that staircase. He like zoomed off the plane, like, and then another Biden showed up and he looks different than the other one. So is this the third Biden? Like, is this a clone? Is this an actor? Is this a mask? I wonder if these are AIs, like you're saying AIs, right? Are they shape-shifting reptilians or draconians? Are they have they had their DNA I guess added to, something added to them that's kind of grown within them, an organism? I don't know, but it's definitely, yes, I agree with you. I totally agree with you, music, that there's definitely something going on. And so what's happening is it's going to be kind of like, what is it? The parting of the sea. Because the parting of the sea is going to be all of a sudden, there's going to be miracles, divine events happening. It's going and it's going to be like exciting and miraculous and an adventure. And the parting of the seas is going to be all of this gobbledygook that's in front of us. We are just going to try, it's going to be opened up for us, and we're going to just travel right through. And we're not going to be operating on the same frequencies and vibration as those, because they are not organic, they are not human, they are not natural, they are man-made, artificial. So they will not be able to really read us. You don't have to have any fear. They're not going to be able to connect to us because they're not coming from a human perspective, an organic perspective. So they're going to be kind of left in the lurch. I don't know if they're going to be exterminated. They're just going to pass, change forms, leave the earth, but they're not going to dwell here anymore. We don't have to worry about that. Let's not have any fear. Let's just spend all of our time in love, embracing our hearts. And when we can't find that, my suggestion is close your eyes when you're like, I'm so lost, I don't feel good, I'm sad, I'm hurt. I want you to go to your heart. And I want you to connect with and remember someone in your life that you have love for. And just go to all of your emotional love, how you feel, how that person makes you feel or made you feel. Maybe it's a grandparent. Maybe it's a relationship you're in right now. Maybe it's one of your children. Maybe it's a friend, a relative. Find that person and go to them in your heart and have that love. Because the more that you spend time in love, the more that the parting of the seas will happen for you. You will find your way to your people. You will find your way to your spirit guides. You will find your way to your higher consciousness. And that is what's going to happen. And it's going to be a miraculous place that we're in. So dormant DNA is going to awaken during the solar flash, an event caused by the solar system entering a new state of higher consciousness, as we are, triggered by the sun's magnetic field coming into alignment with Earth's field, causing an energetic shift. And that's what's happening for us. It's here. We are experiencing this in this moment. We've been permitted. We've found this place here. And we are going to have this. It's a wonderful experience that in our lifetime we are having. We are watching. It will be here for us. Have hope. Like I say, a difficult situation will improve. Light on the horizon. Go to a sunrise tomorrow morning. Watch a sunrise. It will give you light in your heart, and you will sense and you will say, oh, there's so much possibility. I have hope now. The sun will explode, expanding its size and sending lethal radiation of light throughout the solar system. It's an explosion of light that will fill every dimension of space, time with healing power, clearing old patterns, and allowing us to release our old beliefs and ideas. We will all become aware of the connection of our Mother Earth with us and the galactic family. So our light bodies will merge with the Earth, one with Earth and Source. connecting us with a higher consciousness and higher dimensions. And that's what's going to happen. I'm excited by the ascension stuff. Yes, Craig, it's happening for us. It really is. We are here. It's here right now. And I've been speaking of it, and I kind of didn't. It's funny because I was drawn to topics and I spoke about them. And I speak about topics even before I'm actually knowing what they are. I'm kind of going down the rabbit hole and saying, oh, I've got to figure this out. I love a good mystery. I was the girl in high school who said, what can we read? A mystery? I'd say that to my English teacher, and she'd be like, another mystery, Mary. I'd say, a mystery. And I love figuring things out. So I'm expanding and you're expanding. So how are we going to detox from the matrix? Well, we can do that. We can rid ourselves of unhealthy situations. We can start there. That's the first step, isn't it? So when you detox, what are you doing? We're getting rid of, we're eliminating it. We're saying no more. Now, maybe it's going to be, you're going to rid yourself of a crappy relationship. Maybe it's a coworker at your job in the matrix, your career. Maybe it's somebody, maybe it's your employer. Maybe it's the person that you go to get coffee from every day and you say, I don't even want to go in there. I love the coffee, but the person that I have to ask for the coffee, I can't take it because their energy is so dark. Maybe it's just a family member and you've been exposed to this and you've just put up with it. Well, it's time now, right now in this moment, for you to have more discernment, for you to say, I'm going to protect my heart. And what do I say? I say you take your arm and you put it over your heart. That's a very strong part of your body. It's protecting your heart from hurt, from pain, from somebody who's not so nice. And let me share with you, more than 50% of those out there in the physical reality, whether or not they are non-players, whether or not they are clones, whether or not they are AIs, maybe they are human. Maybe they're not a shape-shifting reptilian. Maybe they're just somebody stuck in poop. And those are the people, those are the individuals that you're going to detox from. You're going to say, no more, no more. I don't deserve it. So maybe you're going to rid yourself of unhealthy situations, beliefs, and substances. Maybe you're a big drinker. Maybe you're just dabbling in drugs. You got to start to detox yourself from this stuff. Why? Because it's hurting you. And it's just masking. It's like putting a Band-Aid on your wound. You got to rip off that Band-Aid and you got to say, I'm going to look at my wound. I'm going to suck it up and I'm going to look at my wound. I don't care how bad it's going to feel. I'm going to look at it. Why? Because then if you don't detox from this, you're never going to find your happiness. You want to reach your destiny, like you're going to imagine it right in front of you. Here it is. What does it look like? Close your eyes. What do you see? What is your destiny? What is the most beautiful life you would like? What vividly, see it. What colors, what feelings will you have? Will you just have so much joy in your heart? That's what you want. So you want to detox from some of this stuff that you've been doing. Maybe it's naughty stuff. Get away from the naughty stuff. And maybe it's a time right now, it's a period. The solar flash is going to come like this. We got to get through it. Period of time of making changes right now. We're detoxing from the matrix. That's what we're doing. Together, we're going to do this. I'm having support for you. You're a worthy being of light. You're a beautiful being of light. You have the goods. You have the gold. Everything within you in your vessel is beautiful. You're a sacred being of light. I cherish you. Cherish yourself. Like I say, look in the mirror. Say, I love myself. I accept myself. Can you say that? Or do you say, I don't want to say that. It makes me uncomfortable. Why? Why? Why are you so critical of yourself? Stop that. Don't be critical. Look in the mirror and say, I love myself. I accept myself. Maybe have a mantra. I am strong. I am brave. I am powerful. I am patient. I am safe. Ground yourself. Imagine your feet firmly planted in the earth's surface. Let's do it together right now. So our feet are firmly planted in the earth's surface, which means Let's remind ourselves we're in this moment, have gratitude for this moment. Let go of anything from the past. Don't think about the future. You're in this moment. What do you see around you? Here's my mug. I'm here doing this video. So you're imagining your feet firmly planted in the earth's surface, like wiggle your toes. Imagine them. Maybe you have to go out into nature and stand on the roots of a healthy, strong tree, because a tree, strong, healthy tree, has a very powerful energy field. Maybe you're going to imagine 12 inches from the bottom of your feet, your earth chakra. And you're going to imagine your earth chakra, a round, glowing ball of light, is deeply in the earth. So you ground yourself, so you feel like you're here. You're behind, your bottom is in your chair. So you're really dropping all your energy in, so you feel you're in your body. That's what we want to do, because we're going to detox. So let's take away any impurities physically in our body, eliminate toxins through the kidneys, the intestines, the lungs, the skin, the lymphatic system, and become physically stable. So I'm just going to give a few pointers, suggestions, if you want to write them down, for maybe some things to remove aluminum and toxins from your body. Now, we are all experiencing, and we've been taking in toxins and aluminum, maybe through the air we breathe, maybe through the water, maybe through our food, maybe through some of this that we had. I don't know, but we want to get rid of some of this, and maybe the medications, we all take some medications from time to time. So let's remove aluminum and metals. How? Write this down. If I'm giving a suggestion, there's something called Chlorella green, and I'm going to put it in the description, everything I'm saying right now, because I don't know if you'll be able to write it down. Maybe you're just listening and you don't have a pen and paper. So Chlorella, and then the other thing is I don't pronounce things so well. Chlorella green, which is colored freshwater algae. Doesn't sound so good. However, supposedly, allegedly, it's going to remove aluminum and metals. It's going to detox you. Cilantro, coriander, and a red apple, and an inch of ginger will help detox. Some rich foods of like pectin rich foods: apples, pears, citrus, milk thistle, tea seeds, supplements. So milk thistle tea, milk thistle seeds. These are suggestions to eliminate toxins from your body. I'm going to be doing this and suggesting this time from time, because I want everyone to come from a place they're healthier. Dandelion. There's dandelion root tea. So dandelion is something that we were kind of raised like, oh, dandelions are bad for us. Well, the dandelions will detox aluminum from your system. Avocado oil instead of canola oil. These are suggestions. I'm almost done. Drinks like ginger tea, apple, cinnamon, and water. Apple, cinnamon, and water. Mint lemonade, kale, avocado, green shots, seeds. Eat organic grown vegetables. Fruit, and then whole, not gluten, grain. Avoid highly processed foods. Well, we know that. Like dairy, gluten, eggs, maybe take a break from that, peanuts, and red meat. So those are some suggestions. And why am I saying that? Because I know that we've kind of been living in an existence that we weren't so much aware of this, and we're bringing more awareness to this. Now, this is all a suggestion if you feel as though this resonates with you. Now, there's also, so we said a physical detox, we spoke about relationship detox, and now I'm just going to mention emotional detox, which would be getting away, just getting away from everything, having some time alone. Changing your environment. You can do that, maybe spending more time in nature, going on a vacation or a trip somewhere, traveling somewhere, just getting out of your humdrum life, just making a change, getting more into healthy interests, and managing your anxiety. So those are some suggestions from detoxing from the matrix. Now, before we get on to, we're going to get on to psychic phenomenon. We're going to do that for a minute. I want to mention angels as usual. Angels are beings of light. They're celestial beings of light. They come from the heavens to earth to protect humanity, and they're here to guide us, to give us messages. And this is an example of an archangel, maybe Archangel Michael, and he travels from the heavens to earth to protect humanity. And they ascend and descend on a staircase. They are beings of light. Maybe you see them out of the corner of your eye, a little glimmer, some little light sparks. Maybe you sense there's angels around you and they warn you of a dire situation, something you should avoid, maybe dangerous. Maybe they might drop a thought into your brain and share it with you. I don't know, something for you to head into. It might be not necessarily something negative. It might be something positive, like, oh, go do this, or suggestion, something that will lead you to your destiny. So pay attention. You can ask for angels to come into your existence. They say that we have 2 guardian angels that are with us from the time we were born, and they're around us and lifting us up through something that makes us uncomfortable or gives us strength if we're alone. So just be aware of angels. Now, there's something called Operation Newearth, which is an awareness and consciousness of the Galactic Federation of Light. And so it's the Arcturians and the Palladians and the Andromedans, and they're speaking about the law of oneness and how we are all connected and we are going to a higher consciousness and light. Anyone who's joining us, I hope you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And we are realizing and having more awareness of our minds, ourselves, and the world, and how we are all connected. So there's cosmic powers that are limitless. So Operation Newearth is breathing in an awareness, a consciousness into our minds, into our systems, for us to kind of gain an understanding of where we're going, where humanity is headed. And Operation Newearth is a chance for us to kind of redeem ourselves. It's a chance for us to have happiness. And we are transitioning from carbon-based to crystalline light. So in the future, we are going to need less to eat. We're probably not going to be so much interested in eating meat or animals. We are going to be more about protecting creatures of the earth and realizing that that is the matrix, that's the old systems. And we are going to feel more comfortable with kind of, I guess, just growing a garden, eating vegetables, eating fruit, eating healthy, eating organic. And so the entire universe is changing form. Our cosmic powers will be limitless, which means we are going to be able to manipulate our size and mass. Have you ever heard of ionic powers? You know, we think that these films, these Marvel films, are a farce or they're science fiction or they're a made-up little comic book, but it's predictive programming, and it's actually trying to tell us that it's sci-fi, but it's reality. It's where we are headed right now. So we will be speaking to each other, not through our communication of our mouths. We will be mind to mind. So it won't be as though we have to actually go to somebody. We'll be able to send our information through the air. Maybe it's going to be through the ether. It's going to be through the light. We're going to have this cosmic power. We'll be able to transfer our thoughts through the air to another location because they are so powerful. And these energies that are coming onto the earth are going to basically be helping us channel this information. So we were going to be able to travel through time and space, have superhuman strength, and we will be able to heal ourselves. I know that I had a vision of this med pod, and I heard about the med beds, and I didn't really sense something that was, I don't know, there was something about that I always felt was very distant to me. But I had this view, I had this vision of us stepping in. It came to me. I told you about this last week. It was during a gym class, go figure. And I just saw this whole beam of light. There was no beginning or end to it. There was no horizon line, there was no floor. And I saw myself opening a door and someone stepping into this very enormous, life-size bubble of light, and it was a healing pod. So it was a med pod. And we will go into these pods and we will be healed. So anything that's going on within you, you will be healed. And that's where we're going. So a massive evolution has begun. We are in the midst of it. We are traveling in it right now. It's already begun. There were the two timelines we spoke about a few days ago, the looking glass technology, and we spoke about the yellow cube, the yellow disc, which was a recording device. And then the looking glass technology was a way for the operator, someone sat or was standing, I don't know which one because I've never seen it, I can only guess, this time machine, I guess you could call it, from a downed extraterrestrial craft. And our government, our military complex had possession of it at Area 51. And it was a whole military program. This is true. And the operator is able to, it still exists, is able to see the past and the future. And based on the consciousness of the operator, they can see what's going to happen. So they knew of two timelines coming. They knew of the ascension, the awakening timeline, where we're awakening. And then they had their timeline that they wanted to continue controlling us, harvesting our energy, having this, I think it's called a beehive mentality, where we are basically owned and we are programmed of this belief system, and we are given it. There's been other civilizations that have been exterminated, and the one that we're in right now, they wanted to basically exterminate it again. They've had this agenda 2030, New World Order, and it's done. It's over. It's not happening now. So be grateful that we are on the ascension awakening timeline. There's no stopping it. I'm going to tell you, I know there's no stopping it. We did some grid work the other day, and I'd like us to do it again in just a moment. And so this Operation New Earth, humans will realize their power. The ultimate end game has begun, and the Earth is no longer dominated by dark forces. So don't worry. And you can protect yourself. Like I said, if you're in a situation that you feel as though that your heart is hurting, you come in contact with a circumstance that you say, oh, I have a headache, or I'm feeling negative energy. Put your arm across your heart, protect your heart, imagine light surrounding you, and you will instantly be okay. If you have something that comes into your head, your mind, your head, your brain, and you feel like, oh, it feels like a pain, say leave. You can tell it to leave. So anyone who's joining us, I hope you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are free from the previous enslavement, the angels, the ascended masters, the good extraterrestrials, and we are all joining together in the new earth, Operation New Earth. So here we are. We've hit the 1 hour mark. Practically, I'm not going to stick around much longer because I have something that I have to take care of. But I came here tonight and we are going to do one psychic phenomenon together. I hope so. Have you gotten a little gemstone like I have? This is a little crystal gemstone, clear crystal quartz. It's very powerful. I suggest that you carry a few of these or put them by your bedside within your home. I shared with you a bunch. Where are they? I have a whole box of them right here. So I'm saying to you, there's the Amazonite. There is the pink, the rose quartz, the amethyst. What resonates with you? I'm making suggestions here. Here's black obsidian. And these little, why do these hold anything? Because these little minerals, they're minerals from the earth. So you're carrying around a piece of the earth, and the different minerals will be healing for you. And different ones resonate with a different being. Here's a cornelian. I don't know if you can tell that that's like a little orange stone. See it? And so my suggestion is to maybe have some of these around. Wash them when you get them in warm water. Lay them out a full moon or in the sunlight, and it charges them. That's a suggestion to bring more light. Oh, that's a pretty one, isn't it? I love that one. So we're all headed to the new earth together. In fact, I think it's here already. I sense that the new earth is here. It's pretty exciting. All right, I'm going to pull out my chart right now. Let's remind ourselves of our clear senses. Everyone, we've hit the hour. Well, almost. Pretty much the hour. I don't know what time I started. Let's see. It's been 55 minutes, so it's almost an hour. But I started late. So we're at 8:22 in New York. All right, so clairvoyance is clear vision. Do you have clairvoyance? Have you activated your third eye? We have to get through this because the new earth is here, and we are going to operate from a different place, a different consciousness. Let's rise up and know we can do it. Now, if we sit around and go, I can't, it's really ridiculous, clairvoyance, it's not going to happen for you. Sorry to tell you. So just quit. No, don't ever quit. But you have to know that if you are going to mock yourself or sabotage it, it's not going to happen. We have to let go. We have to have peace in ourselves and trust. And we really kind of have to have a communion within ourselves of our mind, body, spirit. And we have to believe and have self-confidence. So clairvoyance is the clear vision, the ability to see people, objects, locations, or events in the past, present, or future. You probably will master at least one of these clair senses. You can master way more than one. You can master 3. It's just practice. That's all it is. It's tuning in. It's allowing yourself to really accept your senses, which is your hearing, your clairaudience, just listening in the room. And it's really about shutting down all of our thoughts, because it's not about our thoughts. It's not about thinking. It's just dropping down into our system and really trusting our intuition, trusting we have a knowing within us. We will receive information from an outside source. Clairaudience, clear hearing, the ability to hear things others cannot hear. You can do this. Claircognizance, clear knowing, you know. So what is it going to be? It's going to come out of nowhere. The more you believe this, the more it happens. So let's say you're practicing here and you say, oh, I don't think it did anything. And then you have a dream because you said, I want to remember my dreams. And then a few days later, you're sitting next to someone and you have a smell. You smell something, but there's no smell. But you smell something. Maybe you're receiving information from that person, a memory from them. Maybe it's something from your past that's coming forward. Maybe it's information that you're receiving from an outside source to do something. You start hearing someone else's conversation. You're like, where's that coming from? That's what's going to start to happen to you. Now, everyone's going to have a different personal experience, and your mastering your clair sense that you master is going to be different than mine. It's going to be different than your neighbors. It's going to be different than your friends. Maybe you'll start channeling. Maybe you'll become a medium and you can talk to spirits. So just be aware that anything's possible. So clairgustance is going to be clear tasting, the ability to taste something without physical contact. I always have trouble saying this word. Clairfactance. Clear smelling, the ability to access knowledge through smell. It's going to be a sensation. We're almost done here, and then we're going to do the activity. Clear sustenance, clear feeling. Now, if you're empathic, you're going to have to master clear sustenance. Otherwise, when you walk into a room, you're going to get everyone's mood. You're going to absorb everyone's happiness, anger, fear, all their stuff. You don't want that. It's too much. It's overwhelming. You're going to have that dial working. Turn that dial down. You're going to have to start to master your clairsustenance, your sense of feeling, which is the ability to feel messages and feelings and emotions from others. Okay, and then channeling and mediumship, the ability to communicate with spirits. So there's the little list if you want to take a quick look at it. And that's it. So let's do the activity because I've got to go. And now the 1 hour mark's here, so it's perfect timing. All right, so we're going to relax. We're going to allow ourselves to have we're a rag doll, we're a jellyfish. We're letting go of any energies that we have that are bogging us down. We're going to let go of that. We're just going to feel as though we're going to sit in our seat. If we're laying down, that's fine. We're just going to drop down. So we're just relaxing. No tension in our arms, our legs, our neck. Take a breath. We're going to imagine that we have some stillness and quiet within our system. Because the more that we're quiet, then the more we're going to know, we're going to hear, we're going to receive an impression. Because we're going to be still. So when something comes through, it's going to jar us a little. We're saying, what's that? It's going to be a flash of information. Maybe it's going to be a mental picture. Maybe you're going to hear a voice. Maybe you're going to see something. Maybe you're going to feel something. So let's just take a few breaths in and out. Maybe 3. All right, so now that you're a little bit more relaxed, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to push away any thoughts. We always say you're going to drop down into your senses. You're making physical contact. It's like you're communicating with your senses. You're allowing all of the information into your system. And you're saying, I'm ready to hear something. I'm ready to see something. I'm ready to feel something. I'm ready to touch something. You're having concentration and focus and self-confidence. You can do it. No doubt. Take away any doubt. And so as you drop down, I want you to choose one of your senses to tune into. And I'm going to give a suggestion. Make sure you have nothing that you're holding on. Don't hold your breath. Let everything out. Let it all flow. Just feel comfort. Maybe hold your head a little bit so you're not erect. Just let it just dangle. And so for me, I'm going to tune into my hearing. And I'm going to tune into my touch. Maybe I'll receive some information touch-wise. So what impressions am I receiving from an outside source? Okay, so you make a choice. It can be 1 or 2 of your clear senses. And I'm going to make a suggestion. And so my suggestion to you is, I'd like you to go to a memory. My suggestion is to go to a time in your life, an event, that you had laughter. Laughter. So you were laughing, if you can go to that. So you put that suggestion out there, and then hopefully you receive information from that event, that time, that moment, that you had a lot of laughter. And I'm going to be quiet and let's see what information you receive. Okay, so I don't know if you received any information about laughter. And you know, why did I do this? Well, it comes to me, I receive a suggestion, and that's the direction I go in. And and I find that this is valuable. Bye, Alexandra Morel. I just saw your note. Have a good night. We're closing down in a minute. Is because what happens is when we identify something and we bring it forward in us. So a memory, maybe it could be something from the future. Maybe it's going to be something from the past. Maybe it's going to be something that you're experiencing right now. What you're doing is you are bringing attention to it and awareness, and then it will create more of that in your system. Now, when we experience joy and we experience laughter and we experience love, we're raising our vibration. And that's what we're trying to do here, is to raise our vibration to this new and higher consciousness. And so when we expose ourselves, we don't realize that when we expose ourselves from elements of emotions from the past, that we are actually bringing it forward. It's going to help us create more of that. Plus, it's going to help us be in that moment, and it reconfigures your brain. It reconfigures your emotions, and it reconfigures you to a place of more light. And so that's why I gave that as a suggestion. Let me see, who is that? Trident Vibes. Good stuff. Looking forward to becoming more well versed, and it makes sense what you are conveying. Thank you so much. And so it's really, to me, everything that I'm giving you is a suggestion of healing. So what I experienced was, it was interesting because my mind started to take over. I don't know if that sometimes happens for you. And I started to see an image of a time that I had laughter. And then I said, no, 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 not my mind. Because that's my mind. When we work with our clear senses, see, I do it too. When we practice our clear senses, it's not about what our mind is seeing, because that's all programming, and that's what we've learned in the matrix. We want to go to what's ourselves. We want to have self-actualization and realization within us, because we have everything within us. We know things. And so the more we become alert to our clear senses, the more we will know what's not good for us, what is good for us. We will attract and bring into our lives more of what we should. We will be unblocking anything that's hurting us, and more opportunities will come forward and will become more of a normal thing. So for me, what happened was I initially went to an experience and memory. And then I said, no, 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 that's my mind. Let me see what happens. And what came through for me was I got all the feelings. I got the feeling of laughter. I got the feeling of joy. And I remembered a certain situation in the last, I guess, 7 months. And it happened multiple times with a certain person. And I had all of the laughter and the feeling, and it was really authentic. So I think that helped me, and maybe that's going to bring more of it forward. Now, I don't know if it happened for you. I hope it did. And if it didn't, practice your clear senses. Tune inward, and here work on. Before I go, I just want to remind you, you can go to a place of stillness on your own, which is you walk through the steps, which is quieting yourself down, your breathing, focus on your breathing, letting go like you're a rag doll, dropping down, and practice stillness. Listen beyond the walls of the room. You can get really good at this. So you listen beyond the walls of the room, which means you're really focusing on your hearing. Before you know it, you'll be tuning into other realms, other dimensions, other star families. It's possible. Anything's possible. I'm so glad you all joined us. We're all together. This is all of us. We're a community living in the light. And I'm not going to be here tomorrow night, I'm sorry to say. Hey, Craig, another cracking video. Much appreciation. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, everyone, for who was here tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to be here tomorrow night. I'm going to have 2 videos that go up. One on Saturday, one on Sunday. Both are amazing guests. I hope you look for the video. It's going to be great. The first one is a sound healer. She's an intuitive as well. She's amazing. That's going to be Saturday afternoon. And Sunday is Laura Faye. The first one is Shayna Blackmore, a sound healer. You can find her on Instagram. And the second one is Laura Faye. She's on all social media. And so I leave you tonight, and everyone be well. I'm spinning light, and you're in the center of it, and you're making a wish. And you're also reminding yourself of your 5 humongous goals. And I'm spinning light, and you're in the middle of it. And everything that you want will come to you. You will create it. You will manifest it. Like attracts like. You will be clear very soon, and everything will come to you. And I'm spinning it the other way. And you're in the center of it, and you're making a wish. And I want good things for you. And everyone, be well. You're worthy. Sending love. I hope you liked the video and subscribe to the channel. Hey, Bob Harding, thank you. Hope you have a wonderful weekend as well. And I will be back. So look for those videos. I'll be back next week. I plan on being here 4 times next week. That's my plan. So be well. Bye.